YouTube, what is going on? It is your boy Crowder here, and today is another tips video. I know these have not been as common as I would have liked, but the stream and all the support you guys have been showing in the streams and everything have just had me on that absolute grind. I've been streaming in the mornings and at night, so I have not had too much time to really record a lot of YouTube videos, but today I have decided it is time to do this. So you guys ask me a lot how to get better aim and just how to get better at Call of Duty. I usually refer you guys to the exclamation points tips video, which is the movement video I posted on this channel, and then also the settings video and loadouts and all that kind of stuff. But here I am answering the famous question in the chat, how to get better aim in Call of Duty. So to be very honest with you guys, I don't think there's just like one way where you're just going to snap your fingers and just get better aim, right? Like that's not, there's never that one fix that's just going to make you immensely better. But with these tips, I really do think that these will help you guys become a way better player. For the casual player, you might not know a lot of these tips. If you guys are advanced players that are dropping 25 bombs, 30 bombs, you know what I'm saying? Like you guys are beast mode in Warzone, you probably know all of this. So this isn't really meant for the player to go from like 35 to 40 kills in a Warzone game or anything crazy. This is meant for the people that want to kind of improve their aim, get their average kills up, maybe their KD up, and just honestly overall just kind of feel more comfortable when you're playing Call of Duty. And when you get into that gunfight, if you see someone running across the field, you know what to do and you know how to approach situations. So hopefully this helps you guys, and we're gonna get right into it. So first, guys, I'm gonna start with just the settings really quick. I'm not a big settings guy, and when I say that, what I mean by that is I'm not someone, if you play on 7.7, 6.6, 5.5, I don't think any of that makes a true difference in the sense of one will make you actually better than the other. But this is my 2 cents on it. So I play 6.6 and 1 multiplier, right? But you can play 7.7, 5.5, 4.4, like anywhere between 4 to 9 sensitivity. I think that's like manageable for anyone to really be able to control at the highest level if it's like works for you, right? So I'm a 6.6 guy. I'm right in between, and that's kind of the way I like to play it. I don't think if I played on 7.7, I'd be any better or worse. I just think it's really what you're comfortable with. This is all super, super important for that. The dead zone setting, I just plug my controller in, and that's all I do. I don't do any weird dead zone settings or anything. I plug my controller in, and I left it the same. I don't know too much about that. I'm not going to lie to you guys and act like I do. Personally, usually what the default is usually what I'm happy doing. So that is my set. These are my settings. You have the horizontal stick is 6.6, and then you go to the aim response, curve type, and the aim assist. So guys, really quick, this is important. You guys, when playing, always ask like if you play on linear, dynamic, or standard. I don't think any of the 3 are going to make you better or worse. Personally, I play on linear, and what linear means is like when you're like moving just off the hip, it's the same. It doesn't speed up, it doesn't accelerate, and it doesn't slow down. Like it's just the same as 6.6. So I'm always at 6.6, and that's just what it is. Even like, you know what I'm saying, aimed in, and just what I'm doing from the hip. It's consistent. I personally like it. The one day I switched to it, I honestly switched to linear as a joke, and I ended up having a 30 bomb game with it, and I was like, wow, I'm going to kind of keep to this. Why not? You know, like don't fix what's not broken. But I really don't think linear will make you better or worse. I personally just feel comfortable on it. If you don't want to play linear, a lot of pro players play on dynamic, and if they don't play dynamic, obviously they play standard. Dynamic and standard are really good too. I just like linear. I'm not going to go super in depth with these just because, like, personally, I am a true believer that any of these 3, I know some of the best players in the world because I coach Call of Duty professionally, as you guys know. I have seen some of the best players in the world play on linear. I've seen some of the best players in the world play on dynamic, and then I see some of the best players in the world play on standard. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, oh, this for sure makes you better. It's really kind of what fits your play style. So kind of play around with those and just see what you like the most. I personally like linear, and that's just really it. And then one thing I will tell you is aim assist. When you're playing with a controller, never have it disabled, ever. And I don't like precision or focusing. And what standard aim assist is just traditional Call of Duty that you've been playing for years and years and years. To give you an example, if this was your target, right, and you have aim assist, when you like drag by it, it slows down right here. That's what like regular standard aim assist does. With focusing, if this is your target, with standard aim assist, it starts slowing down like right here. With focusing, you would have to be like right here, and you have to be really, really precise. Personally, I don't think people are super, super precise like that, where you really are aiming for that. I feel like standard aim assist is just overall the best thing you want to do. So that's what I would recommend. I mean, I guess if you like something else more, you could use it, but I just really don't recommend that. So standard aim assist, And definitely linear for me is just what I've been playing on. So those are my settings. Hopefully those help you out. And honestly, I really don't think like this is all like comfortability. I don't think 6.6 or 7.7 will make a difference. I don't think linear or dynamic will make a difference for you. I honestly think what fits you the best. So now, guys, I'm going to get into some of the most important tips for aiming, in my opinion. And we're going to start with centering. So a lot of people ask me, like, a lot of times, like, what are some of the better tips for aiming? And it's really hard to answer while I'm obviously playing the game and trying to figure it out. And it's also hard to give a tutorial while playing. I did this in Blackout, and it got a lot of good, feedback. And I guess I'll do it again in Modern Warfare Warzone. Centering, guys. So what centering means is, say there's a guy in that window, right? And I'm running, and say I know he's in that window, or I have a feeling he's going to be in that window, right? When I'm running towards it, as crazy as this sounds, a lot of people would be like this, just running like this. And then as soon as that guy peeks, they try and snap on him, and you know what I'm saying? They go all crazy and they try and get the kill, right? So you're like running like this. You're like, oh shit, oh my God. And then you try and do that. What centering is you should always have the center of your reticle, the dead center, that center dot of your crosshairs, where you think they're going to be and predicting them, or if you know they're going to be there, predicting them like that. So if I know he's in that window, right, and I'm running towards him, I'm not going to run towards him like this. That doesn't make any sense, because if he's up there, it's going to be forcing me to have like that really, really hard snap up there like that, and then hopefully I can snap onto him and then lock onto him and kill him, which could look flashy, but realistically, it's not consistent. The best way, or the best thing you should do, is center your aim on him at all times, and then if he aims in, boom, done. You see what I'm saying? So centering is really, really important, and if you watch a good player play, watch some of your favorite streamers play and see what they do, they're never centered towards the ground like this when they're running. You see how my reticle's towards the ground? So if someone were to run and jump this corner, and I'm centered towards the ground, I am going to have to take a second or two to go like this and like snap up to him, and by the time I do that, he's already shooting me. Or say I get caught off guard and I start hip firing, my hip fire is at the ground. It's not going to hit him. It's not going to be accurate. Therefore, the damage is going to be less, and you're probably going to lose the gunfight. My major tip for you guys, which I really feel is underrated in Call of Duty, is centering. I really think it's a super, super important for aiming, and I think it's super, super important for sniping. I'll explain the sniping in a second as well. But yeah, if you think he's going to be in that window or around that corner, you should do this. So if I was approaching this and I think there's a guy top green, right? That's what we call green in professional play, but top green right there. This is how I would approach it. I would run. He doesn't peek it. I'd, do the slide cancels. And now I think, okay, he's top green. He's probably at the top of the steps. Maybe he's down in this corner, right? I'm going to slide in, and I'm not going to slide in and then go like this, right? That doesn't make sense. Why would I go like this and then that? I'm going to slide in like this. And you see how as I turn the corner, my crosshair was centered on the guy. So if I'm predicting that corner and I know he's there, I'm not going to run in and then try and kill him, because look, by the time you get right here, he sees you. And then by the time you turn your corner and your crosshair to aim in, he's already hitting you with bullets. And now you're at a disadvantage. And if you guys refer back to my other video, maybe this pops up. I'm not sure if my editor can pop it up in the thing, or if you just want to go to the description below in the movement video and your slide canceling stuff. If you're not hitting that camera on him like I explained in that video, and you're not aiming in with your centering, you're gonna die. So what you should be doing is when you turn this corner, instead of coming here and then having to snap, you should be going like this. You should be turned the corner already, like as you're sliding into there. So you're centered on his body, or what you're predicting of where he's going to be, and it helps out a lot. So if I think he was up there, you're running like this, and when I turn the corner, I'm not going to turn the corner like this and then hopefully he's not up there. I'm going to turn the corner up there, where my aim's already naturally centered to that guy or to that spot. So as soon as I see him, all I have to do is react. I don't have to react and then shoot. I can just shoot. And I really, really do think that's one of the most common things I see in a player's gameplay that they do wrong, is just they don't center correctly, and it really, really does hurt them. When you're running around the map, try and keep your aimer or your crosshair from the hip focused on where you think they're going to be. Never be looking down, never be looking up, never be looking to the side. Just always have a crosshair in front of you, so you just never get caught off guard. If someone were to slide on me right now, I'm dead center in where they would come from, right? So then if I hit fire or aim in, I don't have to really do a resnap. If I'm looking at the ground and I have to snap up, I'm automatically at a disadvantage. And there you go. That is centering. So now moving forward, the other two things that I would really talk about is really just recoil control, which is obviously if you shoot at a wall, right? that's the M4. That's the M4's recoil control right there, up to the right, right? So when you're up to the right, when you're holding a recoil control, you go down and slightly to the left. So if at first it goes straight up and then it goes to the right. So this one, you're gonna go straight up and then you're gonna go down to the left, down to the left, down to the left, down to the left. Look how much tighter that recoil control is. Obviously, that's way more accurate, and you can see that for every single gun that you have. Test out the recoil control, see what the recoil is, and then when you're actively shooting at someone, be like, okay, this goes up to the right, I'm going to pull down to the left. And immediately, your bullet spread goes from really, really wide to really, really tight. You're way more accurate, you're way more on the target, and right then and there, those 2 tips, I really do think will take you as a casual player of someone that's just learning how to play Call of Duty to the next level. I really think that will up your game just enough. If you stay conscious while shooting and while playing and you're thinking of these tips, I really do think these would help you immensely. I know I get this a lot in my chat of how to help out the player that's just starting Call of Duty out get better. Those are my 2 aiming tips. I really do think, I know they sound simple, but I really do think they would help you. I think they go overlooked. And I actually want to hear if these are some things that you think that actually ended up helping you. Those 2 tips are going to be my 2 main tips for you this video. I don't want to keep you guys here for 20-30 minutes. I can talk about this stuff for hours on end. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a pro player my entire career, and then when I retired, now I'm a coach for the professional Call of Duty team for FaZe. I have a lot of experience in COD, and I always like trying to help people grow as players and just like kind of pursue like their best self when it comes to playing the game and doing like the best thing you can do. Those are my 2 tips as aiming. I mean, you can talk about pre-firing and other mechanics as well. And maybe, obviously, if you guys really do like this video and you think this helped, I can kind of go down the coaching route of like little things like that, like pre-fires and other stuff. But those are my 2 main tips, man. I really do think that centering is the most overlooked thing. And then recoil control is pretty easy, but it's something that people overlook. I get a lot of those questions as well in the chat of how you control your recoil so well. You just got to know the weapon you're using, and then there you go. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is an example for sniping, and it's the same thing with sniping, right? If there's someone right there at that wall, right? He's on that head glitch. I don't want to like come out like this and then have to snap on him, right? You can see how you can like kind of know the map, right? If you know the map and I'm here, if I'm walking around this corner and I know he's on that wall, I'm going to go like this. And then as soon as now right here, if I quickscope, I'm right on his head, right? Where if I was like this, and then I have to quickscope and react, it's going to be a tough, it's going to be a tough snap while getting shot at to do that. And it's also slower. So once again, you shoulder center, boom, right there. You can end up getting a lot more snipes like that as well. It makes you aim in and not get flinch shot. Like it makes you get your shot off quicker. And when sniping, my biggest thing in Warzone for sniping, when you get shot at and you flinch, it's very hard to hit your shots. But I'm not going to go super in depth with sniping. If you guys want a sniping video, a whole separate video, if you really guys do want something like that, throw it in the comments and I will make sure, obviously, I do a video like that for you guys. The last thing I'm going to show you guys really, really quick, very, very brief. I explained this in Blackout too, but that this goes with centering. And this is something that people don't really do very well. And this goes with centering. So I'm going to give you this top window example again, just because it kind of just like for the video's sake, just to keep it consistent. You know, there's someone up there, right? And say he's got you pinned where like he's up there and he's got you and he's pre-aiming this peak, right? And you're like trying to back up. You don't know what angle to get. The best thing that a lot of players don't do is called throwing a shoulder. And now what that means is you throw your shoulder out and then you come back in, right? So you throw your shoulder out and then you come back in. So if you do this quick like that, you can give him a little peek, see where he is, and then you can readjust your centering to be even more accurate. So look, say you're like this, right? And you throw a shoulder and you see he's up top, right? So you see he's up top there. You're like, oh shit, he's up top. Throw a shoulder like that, see he's up top again. Throw a shoulder again, recenter. And now my centering is right where that window is, where if I were to shoulder and peek this, right on his head. You know what I'm saying? Which is better. So you can kind of like readjust, and then boom. And then you get the kill every time. I know I just shot the wall there, but it's just for the sake of that. If someone was up in that window right there, and you got your crosshairs, and you're scared like to peek, you can throw shoulders like this, right? You're doing some shoulders. You're trying to find an angle. You can do a slide shoulder like that. Just do like a quick little slide cancel shoulder with the movement video I had. But realistically, you know he's up there, and you're not gonna have the perfect aim. If you come out like this and you aim in, and that's it, you're not gonna get the kill because your aim's not on him, right? This goes for an M4, MP5. It does not matter what gun you have. This all goes down to like just where your reticle placement is. Right now, your reticle placement is right there. Where if you throw a shoulder and then you're like, all right, I'm a little low. And then you throw a shoulder and you're perfectly high right there, right? The next time when you do this, I'm not even touching my right stick right now. I go left, aim in. I'm right where he is. I don't even need my right stick. I can just hit the trigger and boom, he would be dead. So those are my 3 tips. Centering's the most important. Recoil control, learn the weapons that you're playing and control the recoil. and then throw some shoulders to make sure you get some information, and boom. Get some information, boom. Get some information, boom. Just like that. I think these 3 tips will really, really help you. You guys let me know if they did. These are my 3 tips to really help you with aim. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys a bunch of other like tips that I find that are either useless or kind of fluffed up just for the YouTube videos. I really don't want to do that to you guys. I just want to get straight to the point with these 3 main tips. And to practice this, you guys shoot some bots in the free-for-all. I'll show you how to set it up one more time. That will be the end of the video. But yeah, shoot some bots in the free-for-all. When I was a pro player at a really, really sweaty and intense level, I was shooting like 1,000 bots after scrims a day, leading up to events, just to like really, really stay on point with my movement and everything. But if you obviously 1,000 bots is a lot, it's a little excessive. Just, you know, throw a couple like 50 kills with this, 20 kills with that, 10 kills with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get warmed up, practice it. I'm telling you, practicing against bots is really, really important. You go to game setup, you go to a private match, you go to Hackney Yard, you throw it on a free-for-all, throw it on that. I do time unlimited, score unlimited, and then the bot setup, throw it on 11. Constantly try and center on the bots, constantly like try and always focus on the recoil control when you're practicing against the bots. I promise you, repetitions, muscle memory, it'll help you get so much better, especially staying conscious with the recoil control and then also trying to work on that centering here and there. So hopefully this video, guys, really, really did help you out. Those are my 3 main tips. If you guys did, please make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We have content coming out to you guys every day. We're doing 2-a-day streams. We're doing TikToks. We're doing Instagrams. We're doing so much Warzone content for you guys. You guys have been nothing but supportive for me, and I really, really do appreciate it. So turn those notifications on, and I will continue the content for you guys. I hope you guys have a great day, and you enjoy the video. And until next time, guys, it's your boy Crowder, and I'm out.